Hey everyone, I hope you're all well, all well, all well. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new. If you're not, welcome back. It was interesting actually. I'm sort of preparing for a little bit of travelling to Portugal, and I was thinking to myself, oh, I need to do some recordings, and what am I going to talk about? And the universe has sort of said that what we want to do is to bring you in some light codes and a batch of light codes. So the next 4 videos over the next 2 weeks are going to be sort of moving through. And we sort of moved through from the heart activation, which is the sort of this sort of energy, and then the expansion, and then bringing in the energy, which has been the last couple of videos. So I'll see if I can link these all up. My hair looks like it's crooked, but hey, that's judgment of ego, isn't it? Anyway, that aside, but I want to go into the connection to the earth and also to the universe. So the next 4 videos that I'm going to be doing will be then linking up into assisting you, linking into this new shift. There's an awful lot of chaos that is going on in the back end of everything that's sort of reconfigurating the system, but we just want to sort of like ease you into the new system rather than too much sort of like mind boggle and connection to it. We want you to go like, this. That's the way I'm going. It's what this channel's all about, to assist you on the journey into the light, to remember who you are, into the light, remembrance into the light. Okay. So if you're new, check out all the details below. I have a Udemy course with activation to understanding light language plus transmissions, and going into more of an advanced understanding of light language. It's top seller, I think, still on Udemy. Some people might not like it. Some people, most people, I'd say actually about 2% of people that have actually sort of signed up have actually given a bad review on it. And 9 times out of 10, this is my ego really coming in, is that if you've actually were one of those people, have you done the whole course to review the whole thing, or have you just started off with the first bit and then made a judgment? And also, actually, when we review, is it a case of actually that you're not seeing all different perspectives? And is it that something that's blocking you from preventing you seeing my light? regardless, and all of that said, that's ego. But it's also actually a lot of truth in it. It's actually when we judge somebody for something, it's actually seeing something within ourselves that as we sort of point, there are fingers coming back at us in return. So just be aware of that. If judgment kicks in, the universe is showing us something. So again, you go, look, okay, judging, but hey. And judging's okay, all right? Emotions are okay. Getting angry is okay. It's all okay. You are where you're at, and that is that. But if you're in this now moment and want to receive some codes, let's get into it. 3 minutes in, and we're still not going. So let us sit in our physical bodies in this now moment to receive the codex. So let's see where we're going. Thank you. Settle into the body itself, sort of feeling as I'm sort of putting my hands upon the desk here. I can feel the sense of the body upon the earth. I can feel the ground beneath my feet, my butt on the chair, and my arms on the table. The clothes on my body, my hair being pulled back today in a bit of a rise. I can feel the heat of the hair at the back of my neck because it's quite a warm day. I can feel into physicality, okay? So we want to get into physicality. All of this work that we do, which is very much up, is very, very beautiful. And well, now, we need to expand and extend upwards, but we also need to bring it in. So these codes are going to be bringing in codes, okay, to really anchor down to the feet and to the root. Been speaking about root for quite a bit. Universe is aligning that. So let's go into that. To receive the codes, please surrender the mind and knowing that all is well, that everything that I bring forward is moving through my voice, through from heart space, and my intentions are pure. Obviously, use your own discernment. If something's not resonating, if you go into fear, then see why there is fear rather than, ooh, there's not very nice codes there. Maybe you're seeing the shadow within that is blocking you from receiving the light. Okay, so easy that we can start to judge. Yeah, not that I've had any issues, but just saying. Yeah, so all the time we're course correcting the ego back into alignment, goes off, wandering off, pop her back, come on, cut back on track, come on, pull back in. So all the time course correcting that more spacchiata. So I'm just going to bring in some grid work codes, meaning it's almost like a structured code that comes in through my hands. If you're new to light language, you'd probably wonder what I'm doing here. So this is still a transmission of energy, but it's through code of the hand chakras, the finger chakras, which actually come through from the heart. So the energy comes down and moves through the shoulder out into the expression of the hands. Okay, it goes and explains all of that sort of detail in depth in those online courses, which have helped many people. So check that out if you're inquisitive about all of this. Or what's she doing with her hands? Okay, so using the breath to just settle in to receive. So as you align the energy and connection, then the hands will then be received by you as you connect with the codes. Okay, so be empowered. So we're just adjusting the crown to bring in and to be open to receive the energy as it flows down through the central column of light. Just let that come in, so we can anchor it down to the red, to the base chakra, the root chakra, however you want to call it. These are only words of mind. Breathe in the codes into the heart. So we're aligning the full embodiment state of the chakra system. So rather than sort of individually sort of seeing the codes, we're going to bring them into a sense of oneness of codex. Okay, so that central column of light is rather than individual centers. We want to blend them into the next evolutionary step of understanding the energetic flowing through us. As it's like they're sort of showing me like there's this sort of sensation. I'm still keeping my hands going, but I want to express through my hands. It feels like, so there's a central common light that's coming in with the fire codes that are coming in that please connect with. But there's this sort of cross hatch that's sort of coming through from the back to the front. So there's this that's coming through, but there's also that. If I had my flip chart, then I would show you, but I'm not in Sweden. So when I go back in Sweden in December, all of those types of videos will come back in. And I really do miss creating in that format. Let me know if you miss the flip chart, as I'm sort of just sort of moving about from place to place at the moment. But my settlement will come for December. I know that, so that's all good. Again, ego kicking in yet again. Just keep seeing it. Okay, we see it. We don't need to belittle the ego. We're just settling into the body. So as we bring in higher frequencies of light, we're clearing through the egoic density in the lower body. So this is very important for us to realign on the soul's journey into the light, is just bringing it all down to base, okay? And that's where we start to self-analysis with others, with ourselves, etc. But it's all in divine timing. Whew. Okay, just moving that upwards, so connecting upwards as well as down. So remember, we want this beautiful alignment of energy coming up and down through the system. I'm just going to adjust the crop top of the head system. And again, remember, light codes are not just through voice, they're also through the codex of hands. So connect with the hands. You don't necessarily have to open your eyes, you can to see. But if you connect with an energetic response, you'll actually feel the energy coming in as I'm signing into your energetic field. Just receive those with thanks. This is my preferred way of coding, actually. I could just sit here all day long and just code with my hands. I love it. It's like stitching a tapestry, sewing, but it's not like a flat tapestry. It's like a 5D tapestry. It has depth, breadth, height, systems within it. So if the hands are moving, just let them move, guys. You know, let's just bring that light codex in. Just in the throat, down to heart. Just breathing it in, let the body interact with the movement. So, just acceptance. Shane. And just let that settle in the system. Beautiful. Now my hands are really sort of buzzy. It's very interesting for the mind to look at it and go like, oh, okay, I can feel this sort of energy that's moving through my fingers. But as it comes down, as I said, it goes from heart to hand. So heart to hand and base to hip. Okay. And that in between that space at the top of the neck and the base, we're flushing through the system, bringing it down, but also bringing it up. Okay, so it's the inward, outward influx also. Yeah. Kia no tatari si makushma ki tene es pakiata dada. Mokorabakia no to bafshama iketanehit. Evangraba ki tene es bakiata namase bakietenesh. Mokorabase makiata namase bakiota basi makutama a. Darabaris makrei bakiyata. So it as within as without. Alakianta da asmura vangrabakiyata. As above, so below. Kiatototonamo shamete makrabakitene es bakiatam. It switches on the remembrance of the insight of mind, the third eye, moving into the compassion of heart, anchoring it down into humanity, the base. Through moving down into the power hub of all that you are, the solar plexus, and clearing the sacral, the creation, moving the energy out, which is the fear, inverting the sacral into creative movement, into remembrance of why did you come here in the first place. Your mission is held within your sacral. This is where we create. Okay, but it is the alignment to all that you are that receives into the embodied state, just like a basket, just like the pelvis is a basket to hold all the data to create. And when you've got all of your bits and pieces all in alignment in your sacral, in your basket, you can pick them out one by one and say, okay, actually, look at that. If I put a stitch from there to there, that creates this. That life lesson, that journey of taking my Reiki course aligned me to a breath work. Then I went into this, that, and this. Everything is a stitch, but we then stitch the stitches together to create the picture, the tapestry, but a more of a solid type of tapestry. So we're given the little tools along the journey, but we don't know why we have that stitch here and this stitch here. But when we put them together and we stitch them, it makes something completely different. So we must be patient to receive our stitches to align us to what it is that we are actually creating. And once you do, then you can see, and then you're like, oh, I get it. I really get it. But these are your stitches. These are yours. But don't let somebody else create a stitch for you, because it won't become yours. So we must allow ourselves to be in that now moment, receiving our own healing modality of how do I do it. So align, allow, trust, process that when somebody brings something in, it might be a gift that you receive that assists you to make your own stitch to allow you to then move forward on with your journey. Very encrypted message, but I get it. I absolutely get it. I would like you to get it as well. So be empowered with this. If you're not quite getting it and it's going a bit over here, park this video on the shelf. Hit that notification bell so that when we go into the next video, you'll get to see how this journey unfolds, okay? Okay, thank you. Just like a stitch. Okay. The saying, a stitch in time saves 9. When you see each stitch as it presents, it allows you to see it and create seamlessly. But if you don't realize that there is something that has been presented that you miss, it is a stitch that is missed, but then you'll have to unpack it all because it won't align. So anything that is missed, a stitch in time saves 9, meaning make sure that when things are presented that you have them, but they will be presented in a linear time fashion that allows you to create from that stage. If you try to over project yourself, you'll create a stitch here, but you won't be ready. So you'll have to unravel it all to get back to the beginning, okay? Okay, I do hope you understand all what I'm saying here. I'm not belittling you, but my ego's kicking in yet again. She's been quite prevalent around me the last couple of days, and that's okay because she needs to be, because I need to upgrade in those things that are blocking my expansion of compassion of my heart. And that's okay because I'm seeing within me things that I need to see. And so I'm learning the lessons, and I thank the universe for all that you bring me. It allows me to really deepen into myself because I hold all my answers, okay? I hold all perspectives of truth within inside of myself as I observe my outer experience. Alamasia makianto davasia makia, mama bosha makiatam, baba makiatam. So I'm going to leave that video here and then just take a pause and then bring in the next alignment for you. So that particular one, as I said, is about really focusing on the base and the starting of the stitches to see where you've been, and then align that in your mind's eye of where you are now going, okay? So I'll see you in the next video. I thank you so much for joining me. Hit that notification bell, as I sort of noticed that sometimes my analytics aren't the greatest, but it's okay because the people that find me really need, and they align and resonate. So I do appreciate you all being here. I truly do. Share the video if it makes sense to move it on forward. Otherwise, it's all good. Just take it. Just receive, receive, receive. Okay, take care, everyone. And I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.